basically everything is in here, and it'll auto populate except for your size of tubing and your casing. So whatever casing size you're in, throw that in here. Your weight of your casing. Same thing over here for your tubing. Then once you have that, then everything else will auto-populate down here to give you your values for what pressure it takes to set the plug and blow the drain, etc. And then here too, if you knew what your fluid level is, you can put that in here, and then well fluid density, but you can pretty much just leave that at 1,000.
Yeah, unless you're running in the hole with that plug and you're displacing the whole time, then you know it's rated surface and you just hit zero, and you know your pressures for setting are going to be higher.
So we'll just throw a couple different things in here and show you. So first we'll just start with 0, so that means your hole is full. So right here, hydraulic setting tool information. So right here, Packer shear pin, so that value on that plug is set at 30,000 pounds. Let's see here. So number of pistons in that tool that you had out there, for example, 3. And if you had to change, say you had to go down to 2 because your hole is dry or deeper well, and you don't want to preset the plug, then you could go to 2. You could still get the same force, but you're gonna have to pressure up a little bit more, which is gonna work for you because you got that.
Then you're gonna have to pin your drain up higher yet and everything else.
So, anyways, this one is at fluid level full. Right here, 10 pins. So there was 10 shear screws in both of those tools.
Yeah.
Which is going to shear at 20,000 pounds. And then the tool starts stroking. So as soon as you get up to that 20,000 pounds, you're going to start setting that
it'll
tool.
it'll show it down here too.
Yeah.
Wellbore full with cement, so that's at 0. Right at 6.98 is when it starts to stroke. At 7.33 is 70% of that actual shear on it.
Okay.
So right here,
70% when it's actually kind of half sets. And
Yeah, and
you
then that's
pull
when
up
you
on
pull up
sometimes,
on
you know,
it.
just
Yeah.
to make sure it works.
I don't.
Right.
I end up just going right to
this
whatever the full set
10.5 or 11.
Yeah, and then leave that on there. Do
Yeah.
my stroke up, make sure it doesn't pull over, and then come down and tag it.
So this is actually everything, all the inputs is from when I went out on Jay's lease the one time. So back then he was running 3 pins in his drain, so that drain shear value was set at 16.5 MPa to blow the drain.
And the tool's set at what with 10 pins? Like,
And the tool was set
Set at
to
10, full
shear
set.
at 10.5 to
So
the
that's
plug.
only, well, that's
So you're
6
6.
MPa difference, but it actually went at like 3.5.
Where do you change it for
The drain
if you're
seems to
having
always
4
go
pins in
sooner
your
than it
drain?
says it's gonna.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
That-
why you're in your
that's
drain
why I
one
go
more.
with size.
Yeah, that's right here, tubing drain. So you got your plug and cement details here.
Oh,
You
okay.
want to see that.
So basically,
So
all
set
the
that
center
and
you fill
put
it
this
in
as
where
floor
it
then.
to green or whatever.
So
and then
like
just
here,
whatever you got 10 pins in your
That's where
drain,
they'd wanted to
because
set the
it's
plug,
for
so
the
we
drain
put this
plus,
set depth.
for the plug, obviously.
The cement
And it'll tell
density
you
is
the
actually a lot
calculations
more.
Yeah,
than
and
that.
it just fills it in automatically as
They're
soon as you
running
change,
almost
like
19
top
meters.
you
part?
change
So
your
this is where
depth
you would set.
from 0 to like 500
So,
meters,
like
it'll
4?
it'll automatically adjust your pressure.
Now the
As to what
tubing
it
drain
takes to
just
set
went to
it.
22 MPa.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's pretty simple.
And this will be in the email as well as calculation charted.
Then down at the
So-
bottom, you'll end up having to change that too for your because that's for 2 7/8, and then that's for 4
Yeah.
casing.
Okay, yeah. So you had to change it up here.
And then
you
your
had to
numbers
put it
down
in
here. So instead of 003, if you're 2 3/8, you got to go to 0020.
Yeah. So
Vice
everything's over
versa with
here.
your weight. Yeah, the chart's on the side to show
Yeah.
you what it switches
And you
to.
take
but-
all your numbers and just if
I think the one in the email, it actually has like the colors. It's got brown or something on the